behalf of the Milford Board of Education and Central Administration, let me first congratulate our two most deserving honorees, Colleen Tambucio and Adam Legendary. And thank them immensely for sharing with us their tremendous networks of influence and generosity. This night began with a dream in the fall of 2009, if you believe that, when a handful of individuals responded to the invitation to join me in establishing an education foundation to stimulate excellence by enriching the education of New Milford's public school children. Although a long time coming, it is most gratifying to see the outpouring of support and generosity made possible by just a few inspirational men and women who have stuck with me on this project, primarily because they believed in the vision, they believed in the dream, they believed in the possibilities which would eventually open for our kids.
This journey started in July and culminates tonight with quite possibly the biggest fundraising event in New Milford Public School history, with nearly 270 guests and almost $81,000 raised for our students. The money will be going to the students in the form of scholarships, teachers in the form of grants, and any other major projects in the Milford Education Foundation deems worthy. If you look at the top performing schools in the state, they all have one thing in common: extremely successful foundations that help the students in learning experience to bring the learning experience above and beyond from which the budget can provide. Danielle Shanley, your direction and vision for this event brought us to where we are today. I said I wanted to go big, you said no bigger. I said I wanted to go fancy, you said no fancier. And for that, I thank you. Truly, this is yours. Thank you.
And I am not a presenter for either of these honorees tonight. But I'm also, if you've ever known me with a microphone, I'm not going to let it pass where I'm not going to say something about each one of them. And I want to speak very briefly about Colleen, because Colleen is an educator in every sense of the word. I feel like I've been in New Milford for 33 years, not counting my time served as a student. And I feel like Colleen has been in New Milford my whole career. And then she tells me today that she was in Midland Park for 17 years. That's a career at Midland Park. And so she hasn't been in New Milford for 33 years. So I'm not sure where I'm getting at from, except I know that it's the impact that she's had at the high school. And I'll say maybe two things about her. One, I don't think in all the years I've known her, she's ever asked me to do anything. She's never asked for anything. What she does is she tells you what she's going to do. And what she's going to do is so cool that you end up asking her, can I help you with that? Can I do that? And of course she says, she just reels you in and says, oh, of course. Of course. The compassion and the passion that she has for her students and for education is really unsurpassed. There couldn't be a better person that we would honor as our Educator of the Year.
One teacher can change the world. Tonight, we recognize and honor Colleen Tambucio for her 32 years of service to young students who have already changed our world for the better. Through her personal example and instruction, her students have learned to ask the right questions to complicated and difficult issues, to understand history as the greatest source for what is happening today, to question the arguments of those who wish to impose unethical and immoral values and laws on a people, to stand up and resist when they see attacks on our common humanity, to be active, involved, compassionate, and concerned citizens in a democracy that is perhaps challenged today on more fronts than we ever expected.
In 1984, I entered the teaching profession with a basic premise about teaching and learning, that all students have the potential to achieve, given the opportunity, tools, and encouragement to succeed. This ideal came from my own learning experiences as a child, which today continues to be at the heart of my being as an educator. In closing, I want to thank the many people who have devoted their time, energy, and heart to these efforts. Thank you to the leadership of the New Milford Education Foundation for this wonderful honor, and to Mr. Blitzy, Mrs. Shanley, and the entire staff of the NMEF for recognizing the importance of this program and my work as an educator.
So the first thing I would tell you is I know Adam from when he's about 16 years old, right? So I've got stories I'm willing to sell to any of his co-workers here. Of course for the foundation. But Adam and Mr. Harrison is going to speak, and you're going to hear from other people about Adam. As I introduce him, I just want to point out that Adam continues to inspire the students of New Milford. And I'm not talking about a lot of the things you're going to hear about here. Every year, we are privileged to take some students into New York City, and we get a tour of Lower Manhattan from Adam. And it is just such a great experience. Like myself, and now I'm being serious about this, like myself, Adam really believes in New Milford. And he's from New Milford, and he's never forgotten the fact that he's from New Milford. And there's something about New Milford. I mean, here it is. But there's something about New Milford, and that's what Adam tries to tap into as we go around. Now Adam is kind of shy and reserved. So it's surprising when he jumps up on, yes, you can tell who knows it. So it's surprising when he jumps up on walls in Lower Manhattan and starts preaching to the crowd, both literally and figuratively, I think, right, with our students. But he takes our students around, and really what he's telling them some American history, and he's telling them, look, this is where these things happen. But really what he's telling them is, dream your dreams. Reach out. You can achieve what you think that you can achieve. And so Adam is really looking to inspire those kids, really each year. And it's one day. It's a full day, and we race around Lower Manhattan. But boy, that sticks with those kids. And those kids talk about it for all the time that we come back, and they remember the little things that he says, and they remember that here he is, what you're going to hear about in the next bit, and then he's one of them. He's from New Milford.
I'm also confident that his own determination to excel and to overcome personal adversities has led him to help others. In 2008, I retired from teaching. I believe it's 9 years ago now, and I suggested that Adam return to New Milford High School as the distinguished alumnus speaker at graduation. At our preparatory luncheon, Adam announced that he wished to establish an academic scholarship in my name. He began with the intention of awarding a one-time gift each year to one worthy graduate graduating New Milford Senior. His scholarship would be equal to a full year's tuition at Rutgers University, his beloved alma mater. But that would soon change. The giving of the scholarship became much more to Adam than the writing of a check. He established close personal relationships with his scholars, and he soon realized that he wanted to do more for them, and so he increased his generosity from a one-time grant to a 4-year tuition scholarship. He became an invaluable mentor to each of the recipients. He hosted yearly luncheons at his law office where scholarship recipients met each other and shared their stories. He helped them to find summer internships in their chosen fields of study. He arranged interviews with potential employers after they graduated. He gave them his phone and email and took an active interest in their professional and personal development. After awarding 5 scholarships in 4 years to students from Milford High School, Adam decided that he wanted to do more again. He began to offer internships at his law firm for deserving minority students from New York City. In addition, he decided to expand his scholarship to assist these worthy students in attaining a college education. I am most proud to announce that in the last 9 years, Adam has offered 4-year academic scholarships to 17 high school students, 10 from New Milford and 7 from New York City public schools.
I came out of the Milford High School, and I was so prepared for college. I felt like I was the most prepared first-year college student than anyone alive. And I really felt I had great teachers. My teachers were enthusiastic. We're from New Milford. We have no pretenses. There's no favoritism. There's no student getting preferred because he's wealthier, or because he has a position, or his dad is something that puts him further. It's a meritocracy. We in New Milford have to work hard. Nothing's handed to us. We're not given anything. And those values are the same values that I have used to hire these great attorneys. I truly believe I have the best attorneys on the face of the earth. And I'm extremely thankful. I'm also extremely thankful to be a graduate of Milford High School. People ask where I'm from. I not only tell them to Milford, I have to tell them where it is and why it is the best place on earth. And then I'm thankful that I had the education I had. Still today, the Ides of March cannot go by without me remembering Mr. Capoto and her teaching me Julius Caesar. And Mr. Lydon, I feel like I'm Jay Gatz watching this society that I'm in now as the outsider. And these lessons I learned in New Milford are with me forever, and I have to thank all of you for it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Lefferman.